This is just a short note on fractions. If we're adding two fractions, a upon b plus c upon d, we can find the answer by making the numerator out of a times d plus b times c, and the denominator just the product of the two original denominators. So for example, if we have 2/3 plus 1/4, then we should arrive at a times d being 2 times 4, which is 8, plus b times c, which is 3 times 1, which is 3, as our numerator, upon a denominator which is the product of the two originals, so 3 times 4, which is 12. So that gives us 11/12. We can also think of this in terms of going directly to turning both fractions into 12ths, and we choose 12ths because we can form a common denominator out of the product of the two denominators, 3 and 4. So we could alternatively say, well, this is one number of 12ths plus another number of 12ths. And to decide what the numerator should be, well, if we start with a 3 here, we must have multiplied it by 4 to get 12, and therefore we must multiply the numerator 2 by 4 to get 8. And here 1 upon 4, well, we multiply 4 by 3 to get 12, therefore we must multiply the numerator 1 by 3 also. 1 times 3 gives us 3, and again we see we have 8/12 plus 3/12 is 11/12. Similarly, if we're asked to subtract one fraction from another, let's say we have 4/5 minus 2/3, we can do the same sort of thing. Our answer again is the first numerator times the second denominator, so 4 times 3 is 12, plus the first denominator times the second numerator, 5 times minus 2 is minus 10, over a denominator that's the product of the two originals, 5 times 3 is 15, and so 12 minus 10 is 2, this is 2/15. Or again, we could turn these into 15ths straight away, so 5 times 3 gives us 15, 4 times 3 gives us 12 as the first numerator, 3 times 5 gives us 15 for the second fraction, and therefore we must multiply the second numerator by 5 also. 2 times 5 is 10, and again we see we get the same result. And lastly, just a note on converting mixed numbers into improper fractions. So let's say we have 2 and 2/3. Well, that's just the same as 2 plus 2/3, and 2 we could write as 2 upon 1, and we're in the same situation again. We need to turn both of these fractions into fractions with the same denominator. We decide on the common denominator just by multiplying the two originals. 1 times 3 is 3, so we're going to rewrite them as thirds. So 2 is the same as, or 2 upon 1 is the same as 6 upon 3. We multiply top and bottom by 3. 2 upon 3, well, we know our denominator is 3, so we don't have to change this one. So we have 6/3 plus 2/3 is 8/3.